What's happening? Welcome back to the Passes Live. Thank you all for tuning in. Tonight I'm back with a weekend recap, the series where I showcase antique mall finds, flea markets, stuff that I accumulate on the road over weekends. And this past weekend I didn't really go out to too many places. I went to a flea market yesterday. Typical flea market that's local. I didn't really find anything, so I'm off work this week. So I said, I'm going to venture out and go to a couple places I haven't been to in a while. In particular, an antique mall. It's huge, called Big Valley. It's about 2 hours away from me, 2.5 hours in central Pennsylvania, Center County, I think it is. And I made a few videos about this place, known for having a bunch of sports cards, action figures, collectibles, and I didn't find a damn thing at that antique mall, but still a fun experience regardless to see everything in there, and mostly a lot of new and modern baseball cards, which doesn't really spark my interest too much. But on my way back, I stopped at a couple antique malls that I forgot I visited a few years ago. I just happened to come across them. And I found some cards, finally, towards the end of the day, and some wax boxes. So one in particular was in Bellefonte, PA, I want to say, and had a very interesting and awful experience at the exact same time at this place. I mean, horrible experience. But I found some wax. I wish I'd have taken some video of this antique mall. It's very creepy vibes. Like, part of this place has, like, weird, like, 60s shag carpet throughout it. Very, very retro, which I do like at the same time, but has those creepy vibes. But the last time I was here, probably 4 years ago with my brother, I don't think we found any cards at all in the entire building. It's like, I don't know, 2 or 3 floors, something like that. And this time around, there's a guy that had a showcase that had a bunch of vintage. I noticed, and like, sweet. I was about to leave, and I saw that. And he had some wax, and the packs that he had were kind of crazily priced, like 98 per deck for $4 a pack. And some stuff like that, and I'm like, whoa, is that a 93 Series 2 Topps box for $20? It says baseball set. This is an actual wax box. It's factory sealed as these came back in 93. And I'm like, whoa, I'll get that. I mean, typically 93 Topps Series 2. It's not the Jeter series. It's the one with Jim Edmonds. I'm sure people can jump for joy about that. I still have Jim Edmonds in my PC rookie box, but regardless. But that's pretty much the biggest hit you can pull out of Series 2. I mean, Topps Gold card in every package you see there. You get the black gold insert cards, but for $20, it's typically about half the price that these usually go for online. So I was like, yeah, I'll pick that up. You know, just because it's a good price, and I got to get something out here today, make it somewhat worth it. The next box, I was pretty stoked on this because I don't see these in the wild very often at all. It's 93 Select, the very first year of Select, and I remember as a kid back in 1993, I used to buy a ton of these. I think back then I was after the JT Snow second year card and Tim Wakefield second year card. They both had cards in that set. And just all around, it was different. Very, I don't know. A lot of people don't like the green design. The boxes were super sleek looking, I thought. And they were affordable back then. I don't have a box of these sealed now. And I was like, $45. I don't know what the current retail price on these is on eBay, but last time I looked, they were like double that. So I was like, I'll grab a box of those, and I don't know, maybe I'll rip it down the road, or I'll just keep it in my wax box collection, because I thought $45 is a pretty good deal for a sealed box of 93 Select. So I wasn't going to pass on that at all. And another box he had like 91 Leaf, of course, and 92 Leaf, and like 1990 Pro Set Football, and then some other overpriced stuff. But he had some vintage cards that didn't really make sense. Like, there's a Ted Simmons 1971 Topps rookie card that was beat up big time. Like, it looked like you ran a freaking backhoe over this thing, and it was $80. So completely rounded off corners, white showing, everything else. So there was that, and some other vintage, and then he had a stack of sleeves in the bottom of the showcase. And I started going through it. It looked like it was vintage, and it looked like a bunch of vintage, like commons more so. And then I came across a Derek Jeter 93 Stadium Club Murphy for $15. And I was like, it's got to be a reprint. I've seen reprints of that card. There's no way, based on his pricing, that he's got that card, Jeter's second most valuable rookie card, for $15. Sure enough, it was. I pulled it out of the page. It was in a penny sleeve. $15 for a Jeter Stadium Club Murphy. So this card right here, which I already owned, I bought this a couple years ago for my rookie box, and that doesn't fit in my rookie box. I was so excited to find one raw. And for only $15, that is insane for this card. I feel like I never see these raw card shows or anywhere, because it's obviously part of a set. It's not very often I come across them in the wild. It's definitely probably the Jeter I see the least out of all his rookie cards. I see the SP more than I see this one. So I was like, that is freaking amazing. $15, I would definitely take that. And as I was checking out, I took everything to the front desk. This lady that was helping me get the stuff out of the showcase was super nice. She was giving me, details on other places in the area to go to, antique stores that might have cards, and I'm like, sick. there's two other ladies at the counter that are ringing me out. So this is a demonstration here. This Von Hayes 86 tops that already has white showing on the edges. And Von Hayes, I hated him as a kid, and I don't know why, so we're going to use him as this example. But I'm standing there talking to this other lady who helped me out and was giving me, tips on places to check out. And the other lady's ringing me out. And as she's doing that, she's holding the Jeter like this. Literally like that. And I was like, oh, no, don't do that. And then she's like trying to peel the sticker off the penny sleeve while the card is still in it, but holding the card like this, literally that tight in her hand. And I knew as soon as I saw that, I was like, that card is done. It's going to have a big freaking crease in it. And then she puts it down. I was like, hey, please let me see that card. Please hand it to me. I'll read you the numbers, whatever you want. Please don't touch that card anymore. She pulls out, I'm using this as an example, this card stand, but she pulls out some sort of like sticker lifter, and she starts trying to do this, and I was like, no, give that card to me right now. Please, do not touch it anymore. And then I was like, the stickers are on the penny sleeve. She's like, I don't know, the sticker might be on the card. I'm like, it's not on the card. Just give it to me. And like, this is being generous on what kind of crease this was. The crease on the Derek Jeter was literally like the whole way down, and it was not like that when I pulled it out of the showcase, because I pulled it out of the penny sleeve. It was perfectly fine. I was like, this is crazy. That lady manhandled the hell out of it and destroyed my Derek Jeter Murphy that I would have came home with. So Von Hayes being the example, it was bad. Like it was really bad. So just be very, very careful if you buy cards from an antique mall. Like, please, if it's in a penny sleeve, you would think that lady would know better because they work there, they sell cards, but desecrated a Derek Jeter Stadium Club Murphy that was only $15. That's the best deal that I've seen in so freaking long, and literally was ruined before my eyes. And I put it back. I was like, look, you know what? There's a huge crease in that card now. I don't want it. And they like didn't understand why. I'm like, no, you ruined it. So that was the blunder of the day. I was so pumped because I wasn't really finding anything. I mean, I came across a bunch of cards and stuff like that, but I mean, a lot of them were crazy overpriced junk wax, 92 leaf and, stuff like 91 Donruss sets and things of that nature. So I was so freaking bummed about that. And that was like the end of my day, basically. I drive home pissed off for 2 hours. But it is what it is. I had the car already, but it would have been really nice to, pull one raw and then actually add it to my rookie box. Anyways, while I was out in that area, I stopped at another place. I think it was called, like, Treasures Unlimited. It's in another town out kind of in that direction. And I've never been there before. I looked it up on Google Maps, saw it, and was like, oh, that looks like they got action figures there. They had some cards, nothing that was too insane. They had a ton of figures. And I was going to make a video on this place, but it was so overwhelming with the amount of action figures they had there on the card and loose and everything else that it would have taken me an hour to film a video to showcase everything that was in this place. So I decided to just bail on that altogether. And I bought one box from there. This guy is questionable, I think, because he had like some random packs. He had singles like Aussie Virgil, 90 upper deck, and a top loader and stuff like that. And I'm like, this guy's making these mystery boxes. Like, that's kind of questionable. But he had like packs of 91 Studio and stuff. And I was like, whatever, I'll give it a shot. I thought this was $5 when I pulled off the shelf. I looked at it real quick. It's $15 when I got to the cash register. I'm like, all right, whatever, I'll take it. But it says over 300 baseball cards, or over 300 cards, 300 plus cards, all baseball, special inserted cards, stars past, stars present, priced under value. We're going to find out if this really is priced under value. It's freaking Christmas in the spring. Well, I have a bad feeling about this box, so I figured I'm going to share it with you. It's not even in like a BCW box or anything. It's in like a Haggard mailing box. Couldn't at least got a nice card box out of this. But you never know. Maybe karma will reward me and there will be a Jeter Murphy in here since I paid $15 for this too. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. I'm sure I'll just see omens and stuff that I don't want, but it's all about the thrill of the chase. But anyways, I mean, I like just getting out and going to different areas and exploring. I love going to antique stores. I love all the stuff that I see in there that I remember from my childhood. I can't bring it all back with me. I see so much cool stuff. I'm like, ooh, I want that. But I have too much to keep track of already. So, but look at this. Right off the bat, we have a Bonds 93 Leaf, a Ripken 92 Fleer, and a Clemens Chrome. What is it, 98? 99. I think it's 98. But, all right. So, it's already outdone. What are these, a bunch of spacers in here? This should be interesting. All right, I just saw a white border. All right, so best cards in the box. I guess we're gonna find out. Is that 97 or 98? 99. All right, 97. What am I talking about? 99 Bowman Crumb. All right, so get ready for a plethora of commons, as I'm sure it will be. The best cards on top to get you all excited, and then fill it full of commons. Kind of like the old baseball cubes we used to buy as kids, and constantly, Jamie Quirk now on the open watch list, constantly fool ourselves that there's going to be something good inside of there. There never was. LaTroy Hawkins, minor league card. So, $15 of value, priced under value. So far, we're looking at 3 card show 10-cent box cards right here. Price under value, 30 cents. We're 30 cents right now on this. Actually, more 82 Fleer, but maybe, I doubt it. But, ooh, we got some new stuff in here. Guerrero, Perez, and Ohtani. All right, that's one of the better ones. We'll put that to the side. Maybe it'll be like a Mark Whitten error card in here or something that the guy didn't know about. It's unlikely, but you never know. So many boxes, no name on front. Also doubt that. Trying to wish it into existence. But it looks like he's just clearing out commons, which is what a lot of people do with repack boxes, and that's why I don't really ever buy them. But it's something to open. Barry Larkin. So a lot of the same years, early 90s, of course, 93 Donruss. I used to like those as a kid, but I don't like them at all anymore. I've opened way too much of them. We have something in the penny sleeve coming up. There's Ken Hill. I'm sure we'll see some omens in here. Ooh, what do we have here? Aaron Judge. Flashiest feet. Yeah, that's an insert card. Put it up there. Some good old 94 score with white corners. 94 score is awful for bricking, so if you buy packs of that or boxes, be on the lookout. Because that years, you see the paper loss right there. It's horrible. That's why I've never opened a box of those. My brother and I used to buy those all the time as kids, but I wouldn't really touch those years later because they're always bricked up typically. See, 95 score, horrible paper loss. And it looks like we're dumping an entire box of 93 Donruss in here after we opened it. Sosa, Vinny Castilla, second year card. I'm still not seeing the $15 in value, though, as I didn't expect to. I like this little box, though, the way it has little dividers in it. That's kind of cool. Darren Fletcher rookie card. Punch 493 Donruss. So, I think this is the only one this guy had that was baseball. He had mixed sports ones that were, I don't know, I think there were less cards. I was like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. Pedro Martinez. Another good one there for the 10-cent box. But I don't really collect cards for the value. I collect cards because I enjoy it. It's a hobby for me. So I'm not going to sit here and demand that I get my money back. I know most of the time you're not going to get your money back. But for me, it's the thrill of chase, buying stuff like this because you never know what you're going to find. But you could have a seasoned veteran of card collecting that knows about error cards and everything else. Enter Rodriguez insert. Brian Miller rookie. I don't think I have that one, so I'll put that in my lesser known rookie box. I have my regular rookie box that has all the guys that have proven themselves as stars, Hall of Famers. I have 2 of those, to be exact, divided by year. Then I also have a lesser known one where I put all the guys who haven't like panned out or whatever else. And I'm excited to go back through that, you know, a couple years from now, next year, whatever else, and find what or see what I have in there. I know the last time I looked, I pulled some Ohtani rookies out of there, like a Decal Edge Ohtani. I'm like, oh, that's sick. Didn't know I had that, so pretty cool. Todd Zeal, second year triple play, and we got 1 stack left to redeem ourselves here. And it looks like there's going to be more 93 Donruss and 93 per deck. So, like I said, the guy had Aussie Virgil and a top loader, 90 per deck. So when I saw that, I'm like, well, looks like this guy overvalues his cards big time. So I'm sure there's not going to be anything in that box, but you never know. I was very surprised to see the guys we did on top. We got some 84 tops coming up here. Wood McClendon, Roy Howe 83 Fleer. 184 tops at least. Creepy Kurt Young card. More 93 Donruss. And you couldn't have put like a Juan Gonzalez rookie in there or something. Anything. At all. Just a bunch of commons. But so I gotta be careful on repack boxes. Like I know going into it, I'm going to get nothing really that great out of it. But it's still fun to open them regardless. Same thing as opening a Fairfield, essentially. Fairfield is definitely better than this, I'd say. Somewhat, slightly. At least you get a pack out of that. Ivan Rodriguez, another decent one. Craig Biggio. 91 score. Walt Weiss. The wrong Mark Whitten shows up. And we have no more sleeve cards in here. Got like half the set of 93 to Donruss. That's it from the mystery box. Christmas came early, apparently, in spring. And we did not find really anything to be excited about. Some Hall of Famer base cards. Clemens Chrome is probably the best card in there, I'd say. To me, in my opinion. The Judge insert's kind of cool, I guess. I don't really care for a shoe insert. Brian Miller, rookie card. That is all that I came back with today after my 5+ hours on the road. That's the way it happens sometimes, though. Sometimes you come back with absolutely nothing. I didn't really plan it. I was just like, I'm going to leave town and go somewhere. And my main focus was on Big Valley, and I struck out big time there. Lots of cards, lots of packs, and everything else, but just nothing that I really wanted for my PC. So left it all behind and came home with this box full of duty. But that's all I got today. Hopefully my travels will lead me elsewhere across the state in the next few days, and I'll actually find some half-decent stuff. But tomorrow night, I'll be back for Turn Back the Clock Tuesday. Have 2000 Topps Tech. I picked this up several weeks back at Junior Cards, and looking forward to seeing what we can pull out of here. So that should probably be like 8 o'clock, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully you will join me tomorrow night for that. And that's all I got for you guys today. So thank you guys all for watching. Drop me a comment down below if you so dare, and let me know what you thought of this box. If you thought it was $15 in value, or even your thoughts on my depressing Derek Jeter story. Love to hear from you guys. I'll see you back tomorrow night.